Welcome to the CollegeFairMagazine Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your question to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is one of many sessions happening today, so be sure to sign up for some more. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/collegefairmagazine. Now I'd like to turn it over to our first college to present. It's College of Mount St. Vincent.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyler Margolis. I am the Assistant Director for Admission at the College of Mount St. Vincent, and thank you so much for joining me today. So just a few fast facts about the College of Mount St. Vincent. We're actually located in Riverdale, New York, which is about 12 miles away from Midtown Manhattan. So we're right in the heart of New York City. We were founded in 1847 by the Sisters of Charity. We're a 70-acre gated campus that overlooks the Hudson River, so it is a beautiful spot. And what's great about our campus is while we are technically in New York City, we're quite north. Therefore, we have much more of a suburban and Hudson Valley type vibe if you've ever been there. We're a relatively small school, so we're only about 1,800 students in total. We have over 50 different academic programs and 13 different dual degree programs. And we have an average class size of around 20. So like I said, we're relatively small. And we have a student to faculty ratio of about 13:1. Academics. So some popular programs at the College of Mount St. Vincent are nursing, biology, business, psychology, and sociology. As I mentioned, we are a liberal arts college. So those aren't our only majors. Those just are some of our most popular ones. As I mentioned before, we have 13 different joint degree programs. And what's great about those joint degree programs is you can get your undergraduate degree from the College of Mount St. Vincent. And you could also get through our various partnerships, either a master's degree or doctorate degree from some of the more well-renowned institutions in the area as well, covering science, education, and a variety of other disciplines. Here's just a brief overview of some of the other courses of study that we offer. You can see some of the majors that I just mentioned previously, but you can also see that we have history, mathematics, occupational therapy, communication, chemistry, pretty much everything aside from engineering in terms of relatively popular majors. Outside of the classroom, we're really proud of all of our efforts of our students. We have over 40 clubs and organizations. Spanning a variety of different disciplines. So as you can see here, we have a number of different dance clubs like our Dolphin Dolls. And we also have a hip hop group called Flava as well, which is really popular for a lot of our students. But on top of that, we also have a finance club, our Model UN, our Mount Media and Mount Times are some student publications, as well as our Same Love and Black Student Union as well. So no matter what you're interested in, no matter what you're interested in, more likely than not, we have a organization for it. And if not, you could always start your own club or organization. Outside of the classroom, we have over 1,000 internship and job opportunities. I mentioned previously in the presentation that we are located in New York City. And what's great about that is some of the largest companies in the world are literally in our backyard. So we've sent a lot of students on internship and job opportunities to ABC, ESPN, Atlantic Records. A lot of our nursing and biology students have gone on to work for Mount Sinai and New York Presbyterian Hospital in more of a clinical sense. And we've also sent a lot of our business students to the New York Stock Exchange, JP Morgan, Microsoft, and a lot of the other large businesses in New York City. Resident life, we do have 5 dorms on our campus. We have one that's currently under construction called the Coruscant Aquino Hall. That's going to have a brand new simulated nursing lab. It's going to house a lot of our nursing students there. So we're hoping that's ready by the summer of this year. So when all these students would potentially enroll, that'll be all set up and ready to go. We are a safe and secure campus. We're right off the Hudson River, as I mentioned. So that's one end of our campus, and the other end of our campus is gated security. So the only way we're getting on campus is either going through security or swimming through the Hudson River, which is definitely a difficult task. So we're a very safe and secure campus. Outside of the classroom, we offer 14 different Division III athletic teams. They perform in the Peter J. Sharp Center in Marillac Field. So like our basketball team, our volleyball team, they all participate in our brand new renovated basketball center known as the Peter J. Sharp Center. We also have Marillac Field, which you can see on my slide over here. It's right on the Hudson River, and it's one of my favorite places to visit on campus. Some statistics for admission. So average GPA for students that are accepted is around an 88. If you're on the 4.0 scale, that's usually around a 3.0. We also, students on average, now we did move to a test optional method this year, and I'm foreseeing us doing the same for the upcoming fall semester, but we have an average SAT or an ACT of around a 1050 or a 20 if you take the ACT. So admissions requirements, we obviously require you to complete either the Common App or the College Mount St. Vincent application. You will also be required to fill out an admissions essay, provide your high school transcript, and if you so please, to submit your SAT or ACT scores. Value of attendance, undergraduate tuition is $39,500 with room and board being $12,000, but it's extremely rare that students will ever pay that full tuition amount because all of our students qualify for merit-based scholarships. So the higher GPA, the more money that you can earn in terms of merit-based scholarships, and that's entirely based on GPA. So every student will get a merit-based scholarship, just how much is determined on your high school GPA. We also offer residence scholarships in addition to alumni grants, and 100, like as I mentioned before, 100% of our students receive merit-based scholarship. We also have 4 different premier program scholarships spanning community service, writing, culture, and science. Just a few deadlines before I hop off. Application becomes available August 1st. FAFSA becomes available October 1st, and we have our early action deadline, which is November 15th, and our rolling application prior deadline, which is March 1st. That's it for me. I appreciate everyone joining me today. I will provide my contact information in the chat, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Next, we have Central Penn College.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Tyler. I will now share my screen. Okay. Alrighty. So my name is Jaime Ramos, and I am from Central Penn College. So we're located in Somerdale, Pennsylvania. If you're not familiar with Somerdale, think of Harrisburg, our capital, and that is where we are located, about 10 minutes away from there. And we are about a smaller school of around 1,000 students. And my favorite part of working at Central Penn, and then a lot of the favorite parts for our students per se, is the community vibe that we have here. Normally small schools do have that home feel, that family feel, because everybody knows everybody. And that's something we really strive on here at Central Penn, working as a community, getting to know your professors, making the investment really worth it. And as a career educational institution, that is what we really pride ourselves on. We want to make sure from day one, not only are our students getting the most invested education they can, but also they're having a great experience. So it's the holistic approach that we're looking for here at Central Penn. And then a few reasons that you can consider Central Penn, 8 reasons why people love us. You can earn your degrees quicker. We do not go by a 2-semester schedule. We go by a 4-term schedule. So you would have classes through 4 terms throughout the year, 11-week terms each, and then 2-week breaks in between, which would allow you to get your degree quicker. We have a student-faculty ratio of 15:1. We are very flexible when it comes to online classes versus in-person classes, whatever your preference is, we have that. Stackable degrees, when you can earn a certificate in a 2-year degree and then roll that into a bachelor's. We have a new housing scholarship for students who could live up to rent-free on campus for up to 2 years, which is very exciting. Affordability is something we pride ourselves on too. Sports and activities, we are part of the USCAA Division II conference, and we do have some very competitive sports, as well as academic support. knowing that you are not alone and you have all the resources you need to succeed academically, emotionally, and everything else you need as well. Starting with our certificate programs, we have programs ranging from a few weeks to 9 months with our certificates. And then, of course, we also have our associates and our bachelors. But right now, our certificate programs are becoming very popular, just rolling out some new medical assistant diploma and medical billing certificate programs, as well as some non-credit personal training programs for anybody who's looking to be a personal trainer. Associate's degrees with us are very popular as well. Not only do we offer 2-year degrees, but also the 4-year degrees. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure exactly what I might be considering, we have options for you to do your associate's degrees. And then if you want, you can easily roll that over into our bachelor degree programs. We have, since 1881, our business program has been our staple at the college. So that's where all the concentrations are that you see. That is our #1 program, and that's where we always end up recruiting the most students. However, our health science program, our IT program, and legal studies are also becoming extremely popular as well. In addition to all of our other programs, we do have a master's degree program in organizational leadership. So after you get your bachelor's with us and you're thinking, oh, love Central Penn so much, want to keep it going, you're more than welcome to look into that as well. We also have a Master of Science in Athletic Training and a 2+3 program where you earn your legal studies degree in 2 years, and then you go right to law school and get your Juris Doctorate at Widener University for 3 years. And then touching base again on our accelerated terms, how these work exactly is you'll have classes through the fall, winter, spring, and summer. And if each term you take 11-week classes, and then you get a 2-week break in between. And if you just decide to go all the way through with not taking a break or anything like that, then you could get your certificate program in quicker than 9 months, your associate's degree in quicker than 15 months, your bachelor's degree in just about 3 years, or your master's degree in just 1.5 years. So this is a very popular option for both our traditional students who are coming out of high school or our adult population, students who want to get their degrees quicker. But not only, of course, is our academic one of our big focuses, but our campus life is also something that's important as well. We want our students to be well-rounded, well-balanced, and that is where our activities and athletic comes in. There's so many ways to get involved, and there's so many things to do with over 30 clubs for our small 1,000 student campus, but our students nonetheless do everything they can to make their presence felt and get involved. And then we also offer men and women's basketball, men and women's soccer, men's baseball, and women's volleyball. Our campus in itself is a very nice strip, basically within Somerdale, and we have an outdoor swimming pool, recreational courts, fun dance studio, fun gym, a really nice theater. So there's so many ways and so many things you can do while you're here. Again, with our Student Success Center, these are the people who will help you and make sure you're taking the classes you need to take, that you're graduating on time, basically. They'll help you with counseling services. If you want to do any equity and multicultural affair events, they're open for that too. So more than welcome to get involved in that sense. And then one of the last things I would love to talk to you about is our campus housing. So with our campus housing, it is different with us. So you actually won't get per se a roommate, you'll get a suite mate. So it's broken into suites. So you would get your own individual room, which is really nice if that's something you would like. And then you'll have 6 other people that are living in your same suite who also get their own rooms. So definitely consider that if that's something you would like as well. So that is something that our students really enjoy. And then just touching base on the housing scholarship again, this is something that students really, really appreciate. The opportunity to only have to pay for possibly 2 years, maybe if they're only going to do the bachelor, if they're going to do the bachelor, but if they're doing the associates, then they get 2 years for free of housing. So this is something, of course, that students love and definitely like to take advantage of. With that being said, if you guys have any questions, I will drop my contact information in the chat and I will give it to you, Jessica.
Thank you so much. Next up is Harcum College.
All right, hello. My name is Ariana. I am one of the admissions counselors at Harcum College. So Harcum College is a 2-year associate's degree granting institution, and we're located in Bryn Mawr, PA. That is about 30 minutes outside of the center of Philadelphia. So Harcum was established in 1915 by Edith and Octavius Harcum, and at that time, Harcum consisted of 3 students and 5 pianos. And EAS's goal was to have an institution where young women could receive the credit and recognition for their skills that they would later use in life. So at that time, Harcum was considered a women-serving institution, but we did become coeducational in 2003, and now we welcome everyone onto our campus. Some more about us. We are a small private nonprofit institution with about 1,700 students. 80% of our students are commuter students, but we do have 2 residential halls on campus. We have about 25 academic majors and a few certification offerings as well. And all of our programs are designed so that our students can graduate and move directly into the workforce. Many of our programs, such as our allied health science programs, allow students to sit for the national examination to again move directly into the workforce. Otherwise, many of our students do continue their education and move to 4-year institutions. We do have a few articulation agreements with about 15 institutions in our area. Some of those include Immaculata, Rosemont, Widener, St. Joe's, and like I said, about 15 of those articulation agreements. Once you graduate Harcum, like I said, a lot of our students do decide to continue on to 4-year programs. So those articulation agreements that we have do make it a little bit easier for you. But like I said before, our programs are designed so that you are able to move directly into your chosen major, your chosen career course. So we are best known for our allied health science majors. Our popular ones would include dental, nursing, PTA, OTA, and our rad tech programs. But we also have a lot of other majors to choose from. Our majors also include our art and design, which we have a recently added addition to our campus, our recently leased art and design center. And we did acquire our graphic design and photography programs from the late Antonelli Institute. So like I said, that is something that we are proud of as well. In addition to our art and design and our allied health majors, we also have business clusters and human services majors. And we also did add 2 new majors in our allied health science programs that we are introducing for this upcoming fall. And those 2 would be behavioral health science and massage therapy. I also want to mention regarding our allied health science majors, we do have about a 96% pass rate and 100% job placement rate for our allied health science clusters. So one of the benefits of our campus being so small, so like I said, we do have about 1,700 students on campus. That would be the average class size is about 15 students for your general education courses and about 12 students for your major specific courses. So with that class size being so small, you can expect to receive a lot more individualized attention and support than you would in, let's say, a larger institution. We offer multiple student services as well, such as tutoring, disability services, and other student support services to help students during their time with us, because we really do want you to be successful. You are investing in your education with us, and we want you to succeed while you're with us, as well as once you graduate from us. I did mention briefly about 80% of our students, like I said, are community students, but again, we do have those residence halls on campus. We do, like I said, 2 of them. We offer both single and double dorm rooms, and all of our rooms are suite style, and they do come cable ready and with Wi-Fi access. And additionally, we do have various athletic teams, clubs, and activities for our students to get involved in. So there's plenty to do on campus all the time. In regards to the application, once you do apply, the application is free if you apply online. Once you apply, your specific admissions counselor would be in touch depending on what major that you are interested in, and they would be the ones to go over the next steps with you. Most of our allied health science programs do have a priority deadline, but the rest of our majors are decided on a rolling admissions basis. So once you submit the application, you'd be able to get a decision relatively quickly. Right now, because of the pandemic, we were test optional for the last semester as well as for fall 2021. But many of our majors do not require SAT scores on a normal basis. The last thing I wanted to mention is we are having a virtual summer open house on Tuesday the 15th. So if you are interested in learning more about us, I would encourage you to register on our website. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we will have Rider University.
Alrighty. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. All right, thanks everybody. So my name is Connor Keeley and I'm from Rider University. I just wanted to take a moment quickly to congratulate everyone on a school year like none other. I'm sure we're all happy that we're here and we're almost about to breach the summer, and that is going to be a great thing. So I congratulate all of you on making it through and wishing you a happy and safe summer and happy Friday. So without further ado, we'll get started here with where will you go with a Rider education. So we are the Bronx. We're a Division I school, and so our mascot is the Bronc. And so we ask you to join the herd. We have about 4,000 students on our campus, right situated between two great American cities, Philadelphia and New York, and about 10 minutes down the road from Princeton University, and a short road trip with your friends to the Jersey Shore. We offer a number of programs, 70 programs and majors. A lot of them have been around as long as Rider has been, things like accounting and things like that. We also have some newer majors responding to the current job market, like sports management, exercise science, dance science, lots of different options, and I'll show them on the screen in the upcoming slide. We also have a number of fifth-year graduate options if you're interested in getting your graduate degree while you're getting your bachelor's. So many of them fall into our College of Business, among other programs, and we do have other master's programs that are not five-year programs. What else on this slide? We have a 10-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, so though we are a small to medium-sized school, you're definitely going to get that intimate, individualized attention that you're looking for in the classroom, and pretty much the classroom size will be what you're kind of used to in your high school classrooms. So this is a slide as promised. You're going to find our business in that first column, as well as education and the arts. We are one of the leading musical theater programs in the country. So if you're interested in studying musical theater, we're a great place for that. We have other programs as well, pop music studies, voice performance. Westminster Choir College is one of the leading music schools in the country, if not the world. We have singers who are singing all over the world, as well as world-class music educators as well. And then anything else that you're kind of looking for, from biochemistry to marine sciences, journalism to French, we have all of that within our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. And there's really an ability to be flexible and to double major and to sort of make what you want out of your education. And there's faculty and staff that are there to support you along the way. So engaged learning is something that sort of sets Rider apart from other schools, and it's 6 credits required for graduation, falling under one of the 6 categories there in the second section. So learning and mentoring, studying abroad, doing research with your faculty who have their PhD, community engagement, internships and fieldwork, arts, media, and creativity. We do have a great radio station that was nominated for a national award, and they do a lot of amazing things to make our campus community a better place. And so you do need 6 credits required for graduation falling into one of these categories. And so you can break down those 6 credits any way you wish. So a little bit about our admissions profile. 26% of our students come from outside of New Jersey. I am from Pennsylvania, born and raised right outside Philadelphia. And so I grew up knowing about the wonderful things that Rider provides. And so many students come from Pennsylvania, but also places as far as Hawaii, Maine, Washington, Georgia, California, all over the place. We have about 900 freshmen and then 250 transfers. And we were awarded for our friendliness towards transfer students. So folks coming from Harcum or folks coming from Central Penn or Montgomery County Community College or any of the surrounding community colleges, we are a very friendly place to come and continue your studies after studying your 2 years and earning your associates at a prior institution. A little bit about our academic profile. So this is just our average. So a 3.4 for a GPA, 1100 for SAT, and then 23 for ACT. It's more important than ever to emphasize that we are test optional and have been for quite some time, along with colleges like NYU, University of Chicago, and Boston College. And so we are happy to be test optional and continue to be that because we know that it's going to be a little bit harder to get your test scores with the crazy year that we all just lived through. So if you want to submit as a test optional applicant, totally okay, and you can qualify for all of our scholarships, including our full tuition scholarships. So this is just a little bit about our financial aid timeline. So I'm hoping, I'm guessing many of you are juniors and sophomores. You can pretty much guarantee that these dates will not change in the future and certainly will not change for this upcoming fall cycle. And so November 15th is our early action deadline. And you also want to get in on your application by then if you are wishing to apply for our trustee scholarship, which is our prestigious full tuition scholarship. Also, for our musical theater applicants out there, November 15th is your one and only deadline because you do need to pass your pre-screen in order to be invited to an audition. Cranberry investment is something that I'm really not going to have enough time to talk about, but it's basically, cranberry is our color. It's part of our heritage as a university because our founder used to own cranberry fields, not important, but cranberry investment is basically saying that we do prepare you for a successful future. And if for whatever reason you are not able to be successful within 6 months of graduation, we'll provide you with career coaching, additional coursework, and or a paid internship. So pretty much a guarantee that we will find you success upon graduation from Rider. Another great initiative is lifting barriers. We've reduced our tuition to $35,000. Still a little bit expensive, but with our generous scholarships and grants and aid, we are able to make it an affordable option for many families. And we've also added some strategic investments with career development and success, our diversity and inclusion, as well as the student navigation office. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get through everything, so just take a look at our scholarships there. If you have more questions, I'll post my contact information. And more ways to connect, Facebook, all of that, TikTok, Instagram, all the good stuff. And there is my contact information, and I'll put it in the chat as well. Thanks for listening, and sorry for going over a little bit. Thanks a lot.
It's perfectly fine. Thank you so much. If you were hoping to hear from Benedict College, they were unable to join us today. So what I'm going to do is going to ask all our presenters to turn their cameras back on. I have a couple of questions to share with you, and so that we can talk a little bit more about the college process. So I guess the first question I have, and we're going to the same order that we presented, what advice would you give someone going through the college process, maybe for the next year?
Are we going to go around in our order or?
Correct.
Oh, great.
If Tyler stepped away, I can go first.
Please go.
Okay,
Thank
yes.
you.
Sorry.
Go for it, Kyle. Go for it, Tyler. Oh, you.
I apologize for that. I was anticipating one more person jumping on, so apologize for the delay. But my biggest piece of advice is to utilize your admissions counselors as a resource. It's really important that you ask as many questions as possible and be as thorough as possible because there's so much different information out there and every school is so unique to one another. So it's really important to, get your questions answered. There's no such thing as a stupid question. We've honestly heard it all. I'm sure I could speak for everyone on this panel. So really go out there, be courageous, be brave, and just ask as many questions and get as much information as possible.
Okay. I'd say my advice now with things somewhat returning to where it can be, if you can give a tour of a campus, go for it. It's one thing to see a virtual tour. It's one thing to see everything on the website, but to get the real feel, the real vibe of what your new home could be, try to get a tour of the campus because that's important.
I definitely agree with what Tyler was saying. Ask as many questions as you possibly can. Definitely utilize your admissions counselor. We're definitely here to help in any way that we can. I would also add to do your research, know what's important to you. If you know that tutoring services are important or counseling services or anything like that are important to you, do some research and create a list of the colleges that you're most interested based off of what you know will help you to be successful in the future.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And similar to my colleagues, I would kind of say a similar notion. I like to say to be the captain of your own ship. And so, of course, your parents are involved. Of course, your counselors are involved, but you're the one, it's going to be your future and you're going to be the one going to that school. And also a second piece of advice is that you don't have to fit the mold. So just because aunt, uncle, cousin, brother did something doesn't mean that you have to do that. There are so many new majors out there and there's so many different paths that you can take. So don't feel like you have to fit the mold and just, be the captain of your own ship.
That is some wonderful advice, y'all. That is amazing. The next question I have for each of you is, What is your favorite event or tradition on your campus? And we'll go in the same order.
Awesome. So at the College of St. Vincent, we have something called FinFest, where a bunch of student organizations perform like on a giant field on campus. It's kind of like a little bit of a fair. So there's different student organizations putting on performances. There's a lot of student activities involved, and you can learn more about student activities. And we also have something called May at the Mount as well, where we have usually a performer come on campus, and in the past we've had like Wale, and usually perform at the end of the year for a lot of our students. So that's one of my favorite campus traditions.
So one thing that's becoming really popular here at Central Penn is a Super Jeopardy event that we host every term. So that's 4 times a year, once per term, where the whole campus is invited to come to a specific room on campus and just play Jeopardy. And our top 3 winners get prizes. And each term, the categories are very different. Ironically, yesterday was when we had it, and the categories were like Netflix and Hulu, Super Bowl halftime performances, really unique, fun things. So that's something that's become really popular here, tradition-wise.
I would say we don't have one big event that goes on campus, but I would say the collection of all of our community outreach events that we have, as well as different student-run events that we have, would really set our campus apart. Our students are always involved on campus. We only have about 1,700 students, so again, like everyone's involved, and it's just nice to see everyone come together and either help the community or just kind of be outside of the classroom and just having fun on campus.
There's some awesome events happening on other campuses. I would say kind of 2 different things. One is our Division I sports. Basketball is very exciting. We have an old school gym that was given a sort of facelift. So it feels like an old school basketball game, a Hoosiers kind of vibe, but with some new facilities. So all of our sports, but then we also, on the other side of campus, we have amazing arts. So we have musicals happening at least 4 times a year, as well as the Westminster Choir College putting on concerts and recitals all the time. So I like to see the arts, but I also like to support our sports teams as well.
All right, those sound fun. I think one last question or statement: give an interesting or fun fact about your school.
Yeah, so fun fact about our school is we actually shoot a lot of movies and TV productions on our campus. So one notable movie is the Oscar-nominated movie Doubt with Meryl Streep and Philip Seymour Hoffman and Amy Adams. So it's a good one. But that was actually filmed on our campus, and we've shot a number of different episodes. I believe we just shot a few episodes of the show Evil on our campus. We've shot a few episodes of the show Power, Law and Order SVU. So, if you see some famous actors walking around campus, you'll know why.
That's exciting. So for us, we have a very famous campus squirrel. But when I mean famous, I mean like within 2-block radius of the campus. His name is Jacob, and Jacob gets a lot of attention. So he just runs around campus and people know him. So if you ever come to campus and you wonder why everybody's looking at a squirrel, you're probably looking at Jacob. So
I think the most interesting thing about Harcum would be just our history, going from our small, humble beginnings to where we are now, would just be, I guess, the most interesting thing about us.
Jamie, funny enough, I went to Susquehanna University and we also had a famous squirrel. I don't know if they're cousins or brothers, but who knows, pretty close by. So lots of interesting facts. I did give a random fact about cranberries and our founder owning a big cranberry bog. It's a big export in New Jersey. We also have some famous folks who have graduated from Rider University. One of the seasons of Drag Race, the winner for that went to Rider and Westminster Choir College. Also, Stella is one of our recent graduates, and she's playing for the WNBA. We also have a recent graduate playing for the Pedros. So lots of different cool graduates that have went to Rider University.
All right. Thank you, panelists, for your answers and your presentations. It's been amazing. And thank you for joining us, participants. When you close this window, there'll be a link for you to do a quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate your feedback. Anything you can provide will be helpful. Also, this is just the beginning of the session for today. So make sure you sign up for some more. In about a week, you'll be able to find the session's recordings, as well as other sessions recorded at strivescan.com/CollegeFairMagazine. Thank you so much. Bye.